I'm not even in shot. You're all just gonna have to excuse my bra because I can't function today. I know, I'll get a necklace. Necklace. I can't even see it, it's a little bird. Right, we'll actually start now. Hello my sparkly little unicorns. So obviously, as you guys know, I took a huge break and then my videos have been quite sparse since then. Today I'm here to spill the tea on where I've been. There's nothing in this teapot. As I mentioned in my previous video, I basically had to completely rejig my life, completely change it. First off, I'm just gonna put out that I'm not pregnant. Not pregnant. I know some of you will be thinking that's what this video is. It's not. I'm not. A few months ago, quite a while ago actually, I mentioned that my career, what I do as an online retailer, that it just wasn't the same as it used to be, and the platform that I was on, I'm not gonna name names or anything like that because there is fault on my part. Just through lack of passion and love for it. Basically, the platform that I was on, they've started changing their policies, they've heightened their prices in which I have to pay to be able to sell with them. It just got to a point where I wasn't making money. They've clearly changed the structure of the entire site, and they've upped the fees and they've upped it everywhere. So I was getting hit on one bit and that's gone up, I was getting hit on another, that's gone up, I was getting hit on stuff that hadn't been hit before, and that was like slowly increasing. It doesn't seem like it's going to stop, it's just going to keep escalating, and I'm not a huge seller, I'm quite a small, I'm a very small seller compared to most of the sellers out there, but it's fine for me. It brought me in a wage, and at the time I really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, the past couple of months, like I said, I wasn't making anything, and I made the huge decision, because obviously I've been doing this now for 3 years of my life and I've put my heart and soul into it. It was my baby, you know. I've had to make the not necessarily I've had to, I wanted to make the decision to leave that behind and move on to pastures anew. So I decided that I wanted to go back into what I was doing, like I said before, and I looked into trying to get a place at a nursery. Now I am, and I'm ever more now after this, a firm believer in if it's meant to happen, it will happen. My whole life I've been battling to do things, and it never turns out right. My business has just been an uphill battle from the beginning, like fight. When I met Mark, it just fell into, oh wow, okay, this is great, you know. I'm not saying that our marriage and our relationship is easy, because obviously it's hard work, but it's easy hard work. And I think if you're in the right relationship, see, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? I think if you're in a relationship where you know that it's hard work, but it just flows naturally, you'll get what I mean. It's really hard to explain that. But another example, this house that we're in now, trying to move, like we were going all over the place, we were raising our budgets, we were desperately trying to find a house. This house was completely out of our price range originally. It was completely like, it's just not going to happen because we physically couldn't afford it. And then things happened. Then when we actually applied for it, we know that in this area that we're in, it's just, the houses snapped up so quickly, especially houses like this. And we applied for it, we thought there's no way we're going to get it, and then we got through to the application process. We're like, oh god, great, that's amazing. And then there were like 3 or 4 other people bidding with us to try and get this house, and we were like, we're screwed, not gonna happen. And we ended up getting it. It was crazy, and then it just all worked. And YouTube, like, that is just something that I fell into. Like, I've always wanted to do it, but like anything I've ever needed for YouTube, I've managed to be able to get. Like, my dad left behind all his camera equipment to me, and although his actual camera wasn't like a video camera, I was able to sell that, and then the camera I have now was half off, which was unreal. It was something like £400 reduced to like 150. So all of that just sort of fitted into place, like my lights, my studio, my content, everything just seemed to flow, and like it's changed my life. Like I always go on about it. You guys have changed my life. It's been amazing. Well, I've been rambling for 9 minutes and 41 seconds. I haven't told you anything yet. Subscribe for quality content. So I decided to find a nursery place. So from where I am, I don't have a car at the moment. We have 1 car and Mark uses that to get to and from work. I have to get a bus or walk. And I looked geographically from me, and there's about 5 or 6 nurseries that I could walk to, and then more yonder field on buses. So I was like, right, we will start as close to me and then we'll move outwards. I tried every single nursery I possibly could. There were no places, there was just absolutely nothing. The more I tried, the more I felt like it was like, no, it's not gonna happen. And since, I mean, I say for the past couple of months, since about April, we've been having issues with my business, and I thought, right, obviously I work from home, I can do that in the evenings. I'm gonna start looking for jobs just to tide us over before I figure out what I want to do. So since April I've been trying to apply for jobs. So I've been applying to everything. I've applied to shop things, I've applied to restaurants, I've applied to cafe places, the fish and chip shop around the corner. You know, I've applied to everything with no success, and it's just been like a huge strain. Literally in the past month or so, I've been trying to find a nursery place and just couldn't find anything, and the best I got was a place that I could possibly maybe have in September, but due to my age it was not going to be likely. So I was like, what do I do? What I used to do quite a lot of was I worked in care homes. If I shut a door, you are all, come on then. Oh god, yeah, that's the other thing. Tangent alert. We do not have Simba with us anymore. He's not dead, he's absolutely fine. But unfortunately, him and Mum, as he got older, didn't start to get on that great. She was hissing at him. It's totally her fault. She's an absolute bitch, to be quite honest. He just wanted cuddles and love, and please don't knock that over. Come for cuddles, eh? No, right, you don't want that, no, okay. Now covered in cat hair, what do you want from me? Oh, now you want cuddles. You are making this very annoying and very difficult to tell the people. It just wasn't going well. So we decided that we should probably look at sending him elsewhere. And Mark asked around work, Emily asked around her work, and obviously they'd have to come around, meet him, and we'd have to like them. Eventually this couple came, it was a Welsh couple, and as soon as they came in I immediately liked them. Apparently they used to like run an old cattery, but when they moved from Wales they weren't able to do that, but they were looking to just have a cat of their own. She'd fallen in love with him, and he came right up to her and sniffed her and said hello, and just, we were really happy with that choice, and he seemed really happy. And she said, you know, oh, I'll send you pictures and everything like that. We did get pictures later on. He's settled in, he's really happy, and I think it's just better for him. He needs to be king of the castle, as Tiger Lily needs to be queen of hers. It was the right thing to do in my opinion. It's best for him. Right, back to the normal story. Again, in the things work out if they're meant to work out. So I decided, right, care homes. I will go geographically from where I am. The closest one to me is a 1-minute drive away and a 7-minute walk away. Right, I'll just call them up on the off chance. The boss answers and she says to me, you know, oh yeah, I am looking for something. I am looking for people. I'm interviewing tomorrow and Friday. And I was like, oh. So obviously, number one, check, I'd called at exactly the right time. She says to me, oh, I'm chock-a-block, I don't think I can fit you in. And then I sort of said to her, well, I'm 7 minutes down the road walking, 1 minute in the car away. If you ever need someone just for a couple of hours or something a week, or even just to fill in, then just give me a call. And she said, well, I always need bank staff. And I was like, bank, that works, so I can get called in whenever. And if I have to do the occasional night shift, that's how it is. But it won't be all the time, and Mark and I will not be passing ships in the night. I was like, oh great, and she said, why don't you come in Friday and I'll speak to you then at 11 o'clock. So I'm like, oh my god, I got an interview, that's incredible. First place I called with care, 7-minute walk away. Months I've been trying to find something, and I just walk into that, right place at the right time, ridiculous. So I'm going for the bank position. They asked me to fill in this form, so I fill in this form, and I go into the interview and chat and everything like that. They asked me questions, yada yada yada. Before I left, she said to me, okay, well thank you for coming in, and I'll give you a call. I'm interviewing for the rest of the day, but I should call you at the end of the day to let you know. Every care interview I've had, they've usually offered me the job there and then, so that was another reason why I thought, probably not got it. I leave the interview and I've completely ballsed it up. Like, I'm walking home and I'm like, this just did not go well. And I was thinking to myself, great, but that's a good start, it's something, so let's go home and look at other care homes and see what we can find. So I get home and I start looking elsewhere. I call my mum like, I've ballsed it up. I get a call about 1:30. Not only is she ringing to offer me hours, she's ringing to offer me a full position, not bank, the hours that I want during the day. And I'm like, what? And then she says, oh, by the way, you made a couple of mistakes on your application form. Oh, I'd managed to circle the wrong thing and forgot to add an employment reference. And I said, Well, I've been self-employed for 3 years. The only reference I have for an employer is me, and I think I'm pretty damn awesome. Is it possible to have 2 character references? She said, yeah, not a problem. What? So not only did I pretty much up the interview, I up the form, and she still offered me the job. I'm just absolutely flabbergasted. I mean, obviously, like, I have experience, and obviously I like to think sometimes I can articulate myself properly. I mean, looking back at these videos, probably not. I like to think that I can come across professional. So obviously she saw something in me that I have to give, and not the rambling mess I was in the interview. I'm forever grateful to this woman who has given me a lifeline. It is everything that I could want, and the place is wonderful. I'm just so happy, and I literally walked into this. Like, my whole life, whenever I've tried to get a job apart from care, and even then it's always gone ballsed up. I mean, I haven't actually started yet, so it could still be ballsed up, but it's just all going so perfectly, and I'm terrified. Basically, I'm restarting my life. It's double the money I thought it was going to be, which is insane. Life has completely changed, like, it's done a complete 360. I'm feeling so much more positive and happy, and I have to work, obviously, but it's not nights, and I still get to do YouTube on the side, which is amazing. I went in and handed all my forms in. I got on well with the people that were there. Well, I think I did anyway. They might hate me, I don't know. Obviously, when you're working with vulnerable adults in the UK, you have to get checked that you're not going to go and punch them or hurt them, so got that check to come through, and then all my references have come through, so I'm just waiting for a start date now. It's been a complete 360. It's incredible, and it's Mark's 30th this year, and I personally wanted to pay to take him away and really treat him, because on my birthday he really does go to town, and I wanted to be able to do that for him, and now I can. And it's just, yeah, that's basically what's happened. I'm still going to be here, I'm still going to be doing videos. It won't be every day, because obviously now I have to go out and work. I'm not at home all the time. So when I get my shifts, I'll be able to update you a little bit more on sort of my new schedule and when I'll be posting. 31 minutes. I really appreciate you sticking with me through this. I really appreciate you listening to me ramble. If you've made it this far, because I don't know how long it's going to be to edit. I mean, editing Trina's going to have a blast doing this. But if you made it this far, congratulations, you deserve a medal. Go and make yourself a cup of tea and have a biscuit, because you deserve it. If you'd like to subscribe to me, then hit that button down below, and also check out my social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram and Snapchat, all Beenafish. Thank you so much again for being here and listening to me ramble today. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys soon.